Happy Friday. Happy Friday, you guys. Happy Friday. It is feeling great, okay, here in the Midwest. The sun is shining, the birds is chirping, God is good. Most importantly, we give glory to God. All praises due to the Most High. All praises due to the Most High. How are you all doing today? How are you guys doing on this fine Friday? That's what we're going to be calling it. If I go live, we're going to call it Fine Friday. Oh, peep the shirt, by the way. Peep the shirt, by the way. Okay. Excuse all of my stuff here in the back. Um, we have, what do you call it? We have, um, end of the school year stuff going on. So just excuse all of this loveliness, if you will. Okay. Happy Friday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. It is a beautiful day. No complaints. How are you guys' day going? How's your day? How's your Friday going? How was your week? How was your week? How did your week go for you? Do you have a good week? Do you have a good day? It's nice and light out right now. One of my favorite things about summer, it is 8 o'clock and we have daylight still. So that's one of my favorite things about summertime. Summertime. But yeah, man, it's beautiful. It's nice. And I'm excited for summer. We're all excited for summer. I think just to have a break from school. The kids are really excited to get a little bit of a break, doing school every single day and just being able to get that little break. So that's nice. Um, Sometimes we do wish summer break was a little longer. Not even sometimes we wish. And living here in the Midwest, we really wish we had longer summers. I was gonna say winters. We really wish we had longer summers, but unfortunately, we do not. So that's just that's just what it is. We don't have long summer. But I will say, actually, over the last few years, um, couple years, over the last couple years, 2 to 3 years, the weather has been kind of staying a little on the warmer side for longer than in the previous years. So take that as how you will. There's people have different opinions about that, and listen, for me, I'm just glad that it's warmer over here. Um, you know, living here is kind of like a love hate type relationship. Um, we love the different seasons. We love winter because it comes with its own set of things, but it's just long. I think for us, that's the problem. It's stinking long. It's like, okay, you can get winter for a little bit, but listen, can you go now? It's time to leave. We're ready for you to go. Yeah, winters here are just way too long. I like winter, but they're too long. It be overstaying its welcome. Please go. Please go. Winter be overstaying its welcome. Like, go. Okay? And that's an overstay. Like we want some sunshine now. We enjoyed you for the little bit of time that you were here. Thank you for the activities. Thank you for the snow. Thank you for the cold even. But it's time to go. You know what I mean? We enjoyed you. but you're staying too long. So we're glad winter is gone. We just wish winter was shorter. We're glad summer is here. My grandma always used to say, um, all the dog moms walking their dogs. Every single one of them have a dog. Um, but what was I saying? My grandma always used to say, um, my grandma always used to say that she prefers the cold over the heat because when it's cold, at least she can warm up. See, that's why it's like a love-hate relationship. See, when it's cold, you can wrap up in a blanket. There's things that you can do to layer up, but when it's hot, honey, when it's hot, even when you turn on that fan, the fan be blowing hot air at you. So it's a love hate. Like we love summer because we ain't gotta worry about jackets. We ain't gotta worry about boots. We ain't gotta worry about hats. We ain't gotta worry about sweaters. We ain't gotta worry about socks. We ain't even gotta worry about socks. Listen, we love summer because we don't have to worry about all of these things, all the layers. And if you have as many kids to get ready, yeah, then you understand. Even just yourself, just getting yourself ready in the mornings on a cold winter day is a hassle. You gotta have the gloves, you gotta have the hat, you have to have the jacket, you have to have the sweater, because honey, you gotta layer up, okay? Um, Summer, you throw on your little Crocs, your little flip flops, as they call it, your little sandals, whatever you want to call it, okay? We call it slippers. Throw on your little slipper, you go out the door, and you good. You ain't gotta worry about making sure you have layers of socks on, layers of sweater, jacket, hat, gloves. Honestly, for me, y'all, the gloves is the one that be getting me. I can I can deal with like not necessarily layering up when it comes to like wearing a jacket, a sweater, but when it comes to um like mittens, gloves, tell me why even when you layer your gloves, it is still too cold. For me, my biggest problem is my hands. My hands are always cold in the winter. So it's like I have on gloves. Still ain't doing nothing for me. I keep hearing people. Why people over here littering, y'all? Somebody went to Wendy's and left their bag of Wendy's of littering and polluting the earth. Like throw it away. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Literally, they have their whole bag just sitting right here. Their entire Wendy bag. They just, I guess, I don't know what's in there. They just left that mug. They just left the whole thing and just sitting right here. Polluting, littering, not cool. Anyway, yeah, no, we're just happy that it's summer. We're glad it's summer. It's been a long winter. Everything coming out of hibernation. Dogs are barking. Birds are chirping. It is summer. It is summer. Um, yeah, I'm glad winter is over. But you know, living here though, the weather is inconsistent. That's one of the problems. Like one day, like even though it's summer, right? One day is nice, warm. Next day, you might get some hail. You don't know what you're going to get over here. Like today is nice. It's okay. I mean, it could be better, right? No complaining. It could be better, but you have a nice day like today. Tomorrow, It's gonna be cold. Well, I don't know for a fact, but you know, you get the gist, right? One day is cold, the next day is like really, really, um, one day is hot, the next day is cold. One day is cold, next day is hot. Like the inconsistency of it all. So you just never know what you might get with this state. You just never know. You just never know. Um, but nonetheless, we happy. We happy. We are happy. We enjoy our winter activities now. Let's get some summer in and being able. I think it's the little things. Oh, that man carrying around a whole water jug for his dog. That's kind of smart. That puppy thirsty. Sheesh. Okay. Anyway, um, for me, it's the little things, like I mentioned earlier, not having to like worry about wearing a jacket, having to layer up. It's the layering, you know, that goes into that. So you can't just like casually just walk out the door. You have to have all this layer on because it's so stinking cold in this state. I feel like we live in Alaska. I do. There's a family that I follow who live in Alaska, and their winters are practically like ours. Everything that they say I can relate to. Um, but let me tell you, I live in Alaska. Mm-mm. Might be very, very similar, but that whole period of time they get where it's like just dark, that's depressing. And I mean, it's dark here too. So, I mean, it's similar, but you know, it's worse there. It gets dark here, like during the winter months. Um, I said that earlier. I love the fact that now it's like it's later in the day, but there's still daylight, so that's nice. Um, so I never knew like seasonal depression was a thing until someone mentioned it, you know. Seasonal depression is truly, truly a thing. It really is. Seasonal depression is really a thing. You know, this thing is broke. So I'm like constantly this way because this thing is broken. Um, I'm gonna have to get a different one. Everybody have their dogs out. Perfect day for that. Perfect day to have the dogs out. Please do not throw that bag on the ground. Whew. One thing I can't stand is when people litter, you guys. Polluting the earth. Polluting the earth. I can't stand it. I don't like littering. Even when it's the people who are like, um, what is it? They're like, when it's like food, they think is okay. Like for instance, like a banana peel. Some people believe that if they throw out a banana peel, that's okay because at the end of the day, it's gonna disintegrate into the earth, and it's like, and I'm like, "Ooh, honey, that's cringe. Please just don't. Why do that? Mm-mm." So when it comes to littering, I'm just like, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. You know, don't do it. Some people have some really well behaved pets. Some do not. I know a lady who dog. No, okay. So I'm gonna say this. When it comes to for me, whenever I see like puppies and stuff, I see animals like sitting in their vehicles and the windows are open. I'm always like terrified for animals because a part of me just feels like they're going to jump out. Okay, but I knew this lady who had at the time three dogs, three big dogs. And her dogs were so bad. Them things were always jumping through the window. Always jumping through the window. They broke so many of her windows, destroyed so many of her things. But she loved her dogs. She loved the heck out of those dogs. But they were destructive. They were so destructive. They broke numerous windows of her place. And I'm talking like massive dogs. The dogs were huge, but they were naughty. They were just bad. Just bad. Just always jumping right through her window. She loved her some animals. She also had a ton of cats, like a lot. A lot. I can't even count. She had a lot of kitties. So many kitties. Yeah. She loved her cats and dogs, that's for sure. But them dogs especially, they were just bad. She always like was having to repair her windows. And I never understood that. Why them dogs were so bad? Why were they so bad? Why were them dogs always jumping through the window? Random thoughts. Like, why were they always jumping through the window? They broke so many of that lady's windows, man. Them dogs were terrible. Mm-mm. And three of them. One is like bad enough, but let's go add three or two more in that case. Let's have three dogs. Mm-mm. Three big dogs. Mm-mm. Naughty dogs. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. But it always makes me think of that when I see like nicely well-behaved dogs just sitting, just looking around. Very good. Because I know someone who dogs were just not that chill. Always just so naughty. Yeah.